What's up, guys? I'm here at my new house. This is where I usually keep my car when I'm not driving it, which I haven't been for the past few days. A lot of you guys have been asking for more Subi content, so here it is. In this video, I'm going to be showing you why you shouldn't buy eBay
auction sensors like me
by installing some new good ones, some new Denso auction sensors from .com. And I'm also going to be changing the oil in this thing because I haven't done that since I turbocharged it about 6,000 miles ago. Oil's really black and it's time for a change. So let's get this thing home, back to my parents' house where all my tools are, and we'll go ahead and start changing the oil and stuff. Might as well give you guys a little cold start action. It starts up so nice and easy. A lot of you guys ask me all the time, how's the Subi running? You probably expect me to say it blew up a while ago, but I've been running it safe at like 5 psi the whole time. I haven't turned up the boost, and that's because I haven't really figured out tuning yet. Still, I've been too busy with other stuff, but in this video I'm finally going to be fixing one of the hardware issues that I think was making tuning so hard. Yeah. This is why you shouldn't buy oxygen sensors from eBay. I'm cruising, not under boost, and the AFRs are constantly around 13.5, which is a whole point richer than it should be, and that's because the downstream oxygen sensor is giving the wrong reading, and Subaru does a weird thing where it just causes it to enrich in because it thinks that something unsafe is happening. Basically, I'm just wasting a lot of gas and running richer than it should be. So I'm gonna fix that today. Subi gang, what's up, brothers? See you guys. Alright, so I got my car up on the ramps. Now I'm just gonna let the oil settle down into the oil pan a little bit for like 5 minutes maybe. I still want the oil warm so that it comes out easier, but I want to let it settle a little bit, so I'm going to give it a bit of time, and then we'll crawl under this thing and drain the oil. Okay guys, it's been about 10-ish minutes, so let's crawl under here, get the drain pan in position. There's the oil drain bolt right there. Pretty sure it's a 17 millimeter. Yep, I was right, 17 millimeter. I gotta make sure not to burn myself on the headers that are right there, or the hot oil that's gonna be coming out in a second. Ooh, that was tight. Okay, how do I not burn myself? I don't know if there is a way. I just gotta be real quick about it. There we go. I didn't burn myself. Dang, that oil's coming out quick and hot. That's why you want to do it with a warm engine. Makes it so much easier. And then we can't forget about the oil filter. I've got a big ass socket that fits it. I found that this is the easiest way to pull it off on this car. I'm just getting soaked as this thing's dripping. This is quite unpleasant. We do need an extension though. All right. Ah, sh**. I'm just gonna let it drain out. Wow, so you can see how black that oil was. It's pretty old. It is synthetic though, and then I might as well just take it the rest of the way off. There it is. Okay. Nice. Now I'm just gonna wait a little bit for the oil to drain out and go wash up a little bit because it is New Year's Eve. I'm about to have some drinks and enjoy the night with my girlfriend and my family, so can't be looking like this. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be filling this thing up with fresh oil either later tonight or in the morning. I really don't know what's gonna happen, so see you then. It's the next day, guys. I didn't get too far last night. I honestly didn't do anything, so I'd say the oil's all drained out by now. It's been a whole, 12 hours, so we're ready to fill this thing up with oil. We can get this old oil out of here. Here is the oil I'm using, Valvoline, full synthetic, 5W30, high mileage. And then oil filter is Mobil 1 Extended Performance M1 108A. So I like to keep my car hydrated. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the oil filter with some Gatorade, but lower sugar because I do care about my car's health. I'm gonna fill up the oil filter with oil. Some people don't do this, but I think it makes it easier to get an accurate measurement on how much oil's in the engine if this thing's already full. So you can see it soaks into that paper pretty quickly. Get it on that seal, and we're ready to go. That's as tight as I can get it, so that'll do. And then the drain bolt back in. Okay, that's good and tight. Now that I'm all done changing the oil, it's time to change the two oxygen sensors. the downstream one, it's after the catalytic converter, and then the main oxygen sensor, which is in front of the catalytic converter. Those both need changed. Okay, there we go. Even sent me a nice magnet, put on my fridge. One is an air fuel sensor, that's the upstream one. That tells the car how much gas to pump in. And then this one is just the oxygen sensor. This monitors how well the catalytic converter is doing its job. Oh, they even sent a little bottle of anti-seize. That's a nice touch. And there it is, stock wire length, which means I will have to extend the wires because my exhaust is completely modified. And there's already anti-seize on the threads, so I can just save this one. Okay, so this is the downstream one. Let's go ahead and change this. Okay. We basically just have to snip the wires on this one and then rewire it to this sensor. Should be the same color wires, so it should be a pretty easy job. As long as I can find the end of the tape here. There it is. If anyone out there says that extending the wires messes up the signal, study Ohm's law. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna do one wire at a time so I don't get confused. I'm gonna start with the blue wire. Okay, and that's that. And then, I hate to do this, I really hate to do it, but, okay, I hate to do that, because this is like an $80 sensor, and strip the ends off. I'm gonna slide some heat shrink over these. I'm gonna twist those together. Got some flux on my solder here, and I've got a little torch. Let's go ahead and heat it up. Okay, that's not coming apart. Yeah, that's not coming apart. Go ahead and slide my heat shrink over. And then, there we go. Okay, there's one. Next, we'll do the white one. Get just a little bit of extra tape on these just because it makes me feel a bit better. Good luck to whoever has to take this thing off next. That's a lot of tape, but I feel good about that. Now I can get that little plastic cap off of there. See? Denso, it is the real thing. And we pop this back in. Alright, downstream oxygen sensor is replaced with the new good Denso one. And now we can do the upstream sensor, yay. And this is going to be the exact same process as before. Always spin the oxygen sensor wires the opposite way before you thread it in, so that once it's threaded all the way in, the wires aren't twisted. Took me a while to learn that. Okay guys, both the brand new Denso oxygen sensors are in place. They're all wired up. Everything is taped up really well. Oil is filled up, so there's only one thing left to do. You guys know what that is. The moment of truth. Okay. Doesn't sound too bad. It's a little bit after that last clip, actually like 2 or 3 weeks. I've been busy again, but I have been driving the car around quite a bit. I've actually been using it for work. As you can see, I've got my ladder back here. It's a very useful car. I love having the hatchback. I've been driving it for about 500 miles since I changed the oxygen sensors, and the whole time, no check engine lights have come on, which is awesome. That means that fixed the problem, but it seems like I'm still having a problem with my air-fuel ratio while cruising. At least my wideband seems to think so. I found a weird discrepancy though with my torque app, which monitors the air-fuel sensor of the car, with the AEM Bosch wideband sensor. They're not reading the same. During cruising, the AEM wideband is reading, you know, around 13.5 to 14 during cruising, and my car's wideband sensor is measuring around 14.5, which is much better, but still a little bit rich. I don't know what's going on, but let me show you guys what's up. Okay, here we are. So my phone is connected to the car, and you can see it's reading around 14.5 to 14.6 while idling, and you can see my wideband here is reading around 13.8. Why would these two be different? I have no idea. That makes me think that either my wideband's wrong or my car's wideband is wrong, but it seems to be running fine, which is really confusing, because you'd think if it was really cruising and idling that rich in the 13s, it would be hesitating a little bit more. So I kind of tend to believe my car's wideband sensor a little more than the Bosch wideband sensor. Just so you guys know, these two sensors are only like a foot away. They're both right in the same area in front of the catalytic converter, after the turbo, of course, you know, after the downpipe and everything. But I don't know, they should be reading exactly the same. I'm kind of thinking maybe, just maybe, my tune is a little bit too rich while cruising and idling. So what I did, I went ahead and edited my fuel map. I started by opening my ROM, of course, and then I went ahead and opened my primary open loop fueling map. And this is kind of what I based my fuel map off of. This is the 2006 Subaru WRX fuel map, which is basically the same car I have. It's a 2-liter engine, of course. Mine's 2.5 liter. But it should be the same fuel map, basically, right? So what I did is just leaned it out to 14.7, which is what it should be while cruising for the next block of engine load. And I don't know, really hoping that that'll help. We'll see. I made it a little bit leaner in some areas to try to see if that helps. If it helps, then I guess it's my fuel map and I need to do a little bit more work on it. But the only way to find out is to hook up my computer, flash the new tune, and find out. Okay, and now we're going to write it to ECU. Of course, we gotta get the keys in the ignition. Okay, and we're gonna turn on the ignition at the same time that I hit the OK button. And I also did connect the green test mode connectors. Got it. First try, baby. Now we just gotta let this thing flash in. Hopefully we don't have any issues, and then we'll take her on a test ride. This is the most nerve-wracking part. I can't look. I can't look. Let me know, is it okay? Let me look. Okay, it's fine. I don't know why I still worry so much. I've done this like probably about 20 times now. And you'd think if I did it 20 times then my car would be like perfectly tuned all the way, but look guys, I've never tuned a car before. I'm learning while doing it. It's very hard. There's a lot to learn still, but I'll get there. Okay, I know, thank you. I don't have my seatbelt on because I'm not even moving. Subaru, why? Okay, operation completed successfully. So we're gonna hit OK. Nice, and then turn my ignition off. Disconnect the green connectors. We can close this out. And let's take her on a test ride. All right, we're on the road. And nothing changed. Nothing changed at all. Still the same story. Car's wideband reading around 14.5 and my Bosch AEM wideband reading around 13.5. So I need some advice, guys. Please comment down below if you have any tips for me. I could really use them. I am right back where the video started, at my house. So I did some work on this thing, and unfortunately I still didn't really figure that much out, but I found some things that didn't work, so that took me a few steps closer to getting this thing dialed in and tuned properly. Good news is that the check engine light has not came back on, and I fixed that issue at the very least. Thank you guys so much for watching another video. Stay tuned for the next one. I'm gonna be tuning this thing quite a bit for the next month or two until I really get it dialed in good. I'm gonna be putting a lot more energy into this car now that my house is about done. So stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button if you want to be a part of tuning this car. Comment down below what you think. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace